I think you guys are going to like this. Got some really exciting news to share with you this morning. I'm super pumped. You're going to absolutely love it. So just stick around for a few minutes. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Brian Simmons here with eXp Realty. It is Wednesday, May 18th. Hope you're having an awesome week. I'd like to remind everybody to please like, subscribe, and share this channel with your friends. I would really appreciate that. Let's dive right into the data. 932 active single-family residential listings this morning between Jackson and Josephine counties. That's on the market right now this morning. 170 new listings hit the market in the last 7 days. We had 122 price changes, okay? That's less than last week, but that's still a pretty big number. 42 homes went back on the market, 122 pending, which is the same number as new listings, which is makes me kind of worry a little bit. Maybe not worry, but we're going to watch that one, okay? 123 closes, 28 went expired, withdrawn, or canceled. And all total, that brings us to about 7.58 weeks worth of inventory if we were to look at just a snapshot of that week. So let's unpack that a little bit. So a quick thought on the whole price change things, right? So I mentioned that price changes is the same amount. We had 122 price changes. We had 122 pending deals, right? So that is something that I think if pending deals, if the number of price changes goes beyond the number of pending deals, that's kind of a I don't know if I'd say a turning point necessarily, but that's an important event in my mind. So that would say something about the demand out there for homes. And so I think that's just one thing to know is like, well, why might that be happening? Why might we be seeing more of those price changes? And there's the obvious, right? Like that the obvious answers are that inventory's been creeping up. Okay, we know that. We know that demand has kind of slowed down a little bit because of interest rates increasing. Mortgage rates are up over 2 points since December. So like, of course, it's going to have an effect. So I think that's what we're seeing. And in addition to that, you have the fact that it's tough to price homes right now. As an agent, like it's not easy to look back at comps right now in this market being the way that it is with rising rates and all that kind of stuff. It's not easy to look back at comps and say, hey, this home sold for X amount 60 days ago or 90 days ago when rates were, a point less or more and be able to tell you exactly what, the price is going to be on your home now. And a lot of times sellers don't want to hear it. Like they want to say, no, well, my neighbor got so-and-so, they got this much for their home. And like, I want the same thing. And so, it's a different environment. This is a fast changing market. And it's just something that's going to be worth watching. So, I think those are all factors involved there in what's happening is people are, sellers are still trying to get top dollar. And buyers are just saying, you know what, there's other sellers out there that are willing to reduce their price and give us a better deal. And that's how prices, get adjusted. So I think that's what we're seeing there. So I want to show you a couple trends here to kind of illustrate that a little bit more and show you a little more detail. So let's dive into that real quick. Okay, so there's a couple things that I think are worth noticing here. And let's start with this yellow line. This is pending as a percentage of total inventory, okay? And so you can see we're basically looking at year to date. So we have 20 some odd weeks here into the year. And you can see, from weeks 5 to 10, if you were to average that, it was probably somewhere in here, above 20%. And then weeks 10 to 15, it probably crept down a little bit lower than 20%, or, a little bit lower, but still above 20%. And then now you're looking at weeks 15 to 20, and it's obviously like below 20% as an average. And so that pending as a percentage of inventory has obviously been on a downward trend. And partially because, inventory has been increasing. You can see here, total inventory in that same amount of time has crept up quite a bit. So like there's a good reason for that. But this decline is actually quite a bit sharper from 15 to 20. And then obviously from 20 to this week, which is 21, we saw a pretty big decline in pending as a percentage of inventory. Simultaneously, we could see that price changes as a percentage of inventory was, maybe right around the 10 mark here, maybe right around the 12 mark here, and maybe right around, like getting closer to the I don't know, 14, 15 mark here. And so you see that kind of starting to creep up too. And now they're all together, pending price changes and close, all as a percentage of inventory are all right around the same number. And so that's interesting to see, what we're gonna experience here in the next few weeks. I think this is definitely like a sign that something may be happening. So we'll see. You could also see though, like on the other side of the coin, weeks of inventory has really not changed a whole lot. Like it's definitely gone up the last 5-6 weeks. It's kind of crept up to the sevens, maybe pushing 8 as an average, whereas the last 5 weeks prior to that it was definitely like under the 6 range, and I guess that's 6 weeks, huh? So, but anyways, those are both things that I think are worth keeping an eye on as we look and see. Again, as a reminder, like we're still only like 7, maybe 8 weeks. If we round up, let's call it 8 weeks worth of inventory on average. A neutral market is 6 months. So that's 26 weeks worth of inventory. So last thoughts on the market data and everything is the way I look at this is that, given where we're at with only, with 8 weeks or so worth of inventory, and the fact that 26 is considered a neutral market, we have a long ways to go to be able to, weather a change or a slowdown in buyer demand, until literally like it just falls off the radar and we start seeing closings, in pendings in the 70 range, something like that. Like that's where things are gonna be like, whoa, like there's not a lot going on out there. I don't see that happening. Like we had 76 closings in January, the first week of January. So like we start seeing that in the summer, okay, like that's going to tell us something. But even then, like this, we still have plenty of room for inventory to come up and still be at worst case in a more balanced market. And so that's really not a terrible scenario in my mind. So anyways, look, I mean, people are still buying houses, people are still selling houses. That's all going fine. We're going to keep an eye on this stuff. I'll keep you informed. But now for the super good news. Let's get on to the good stuff here. I am really excited to announce that I have launched officially my brand new website, and I think you are going to absolutely love it. It's totally a new look. It's super fresh. Really good pictures and stuff. I think you're going to love it. So go check it out. It's the same address. It's roguevalleyhomebroker.com. Go out there, search it. You could click on the different towns and everything and go to my searching site. And the searching functionality of that site is phenomenal. So I think you're going to like it way better than Zillow and Realtor.com. It's way more accurate. Has a lot more features. You're going to dig it. So enjoy it, and you're not going to get bombarded by like 1,000 other agents anytime you look at my site, okay? Just me. So that's a good thing. So check it out, share it, enjoy it. I would love to hear some feedback from you, so don't hesitate to do that, and I'm happy to share that with you. So I hope you enjoy it. That's all we got for you today. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Don't forget, please, to subscribe, like, and share this channel, and have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Take care.